This is Zeke Jones and the Amigro for Take the L podcast. Amigro, say something.
You don't have to win it. Just don't lose it.
There we go. That's great advice. So we'll start off with some NFL news. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
It ain't breaking because this is a podcast, so this ain't live. But as far as podcasts go, this is breaking news.
Close your eyes and act like you didn't hear none of this today already.
Yeah. Josh Gordon just got picked up. Well, just got cut.
Just got cut.
And then picked up by the Seahawks.
Picked up by the Seahawks.
How do you feel that, helps out the Seahawks? This is good for the Seahawks. This is good for Josh Gordon.
It's good for Josh Gordon. It's obviously good for Russell Wilson. Who wouldn't want more targets? But I don't know how they're going to put him in the lineup.
I'm going to say it's bad for Josh Gordon.
Why is that?
Because
he's going somewhere to not start?
He has a weed addiction. And he's going to a place where they manufacture weed by the pound.
Yep, that's an issue.
And it's legal up there.
Yep.
I think he's going to have a problem. But as far as how it works out in the field, Russell Wilson. Probably the best quarterback in the game.
Right now, yeah.
Probably like a three-way tie.
Yeah, definitely. I can see that.
Yeah. And so you got that guy throwing you the football. And he likes to get vertical, unlike Tom Brady. So this could be very good for him down the field.
He likes to get vertical, but he also has his favorite.
Yeah, Tyler Lockett.
And then you got, DK's not producing as much as I anyways had envisioned him, but who is everybody just sliding? Like they're putting Josh Gordon at 2 and then everybody slides down, or is Josh Gordon going to have to he's not playing this Sunday, so we won't know yet, but
I would imagine it's going to work like this. Josh Gordon is better than DK Metcalf.
Obviously, yeah.
All right, so yeah, it's gonna be Tyler Lockett. Mm-hmm. He's the fan favorite. He gets open. He's deep down the field. He's T.Y. Hilton of Seattle. Yeah, that's what he is. You put in Josh Gordon to catch 6 balls underneath. Better route run, DK Metcalf, more experience, all that stuff. Could beat defenders one-on-one. Could beat your best defender one-on-one.
Okay.
So I feel like this is going to be a really big deal for Seattle. And also, he's a big motherfucker. When you think about DK Metcalf, you're like, oh, this is a big receiver. This is a big void to fill if you can get DJ Metcalf out the lineup. Mm-hmm. He's not quite as big as DK, but he's a big dude. I want to say Josh Gordon is 6'3", 220 as well. So he's a big dude. And so he's a perfect underneath receiver, even though he has been used vertical. He can do it all, man.
Yeah. So this is a solid win for Russell. Maybe not a solid win for Josh Gordon, but Russell gets more weapons. The Seahawks get more weapons. I don't see how that's a bad thing.
As long as he could stay
off
the weed.
Yep, that's it.
All right, so next topic. Oh, man, it's talking about receivers. That Thursday game.
Emanuel Sanders
went the fuck off.
That man can play some ball.
With a week worth of practice.
Not even. I think they said he had 72 hours of practice.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
That man to play some football.
And that's why I was saying that Emanuel Sanders versus who's the guy that went up to came from the Falcons. Went up to
Mohamed Sanu.
Yeah, Mohamed Sanu. Emanuel Sanders versus Mohamed Sanu. Emanuel Sanders, 3rd round pick they traded him for. Mohamed Sanu, 2nd round pick they traded him for.
It's looking like the 49ers got this one right.
Like, Mohamed Sanu has a lot of catching up to do to match that game.
Yeah. He's got to go off against the Ravens.
Which is not an
easy task.
Not easy at all.
Emanuel Sanders balled the hell out.
That
was impressive.
Had Jimmy Garoppolo have his best game. Jimmy Garoppolo had a 147 quarterback rating. Yeah. Threw the ball for 4 touchdowns.
317 yards or something
crazy.
like that. Yeah, he did pretty good.
I haven't seen Jimmy Garoppolo play that way. And then you realize that Emanuel Sanders caught a third of all that.
Yeah. He did real good.
Yeah, he did very good. And then Kittle went off as well, so that helps out too. So they legit have a number 1 now. That opens up everything. Only thing about that game is I expected the run game to open up more. And it seemed like it was open for Burrito, but it wasn't.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't open for
Coleman,
yeah. Coleman was running the brick wall the whole time.
I found it interesting that I'm not sure. Like, I was just last week, maybe even earlier this week, I was saying the 49ers are the real deal. Like, they're the most complete team in the NFL. I don't know if they know how to block good defensive ends. I don't know if they know how to block a good pass rush.
It's Chandler Jones, man.
The best pass rush they faced was the Browns earlier in the season.
Yeah.
It's the Browns. They've obviously been fucking up, but they beat the Browns.
Yeah.
Or I believe they beat the Browns. Something like that. Yeah. They beat the Browns. 31 to something bad. But that's the best pass rush they've faced. Yeah. Then they faced Chandler Jones.
Yeah.
And it looked like every time Jimmy G snapped the ball, somebody was back there in his shit like the entire time. I was like, what is their fucking offensive line doing? Are they normally, because I don't watch 49ers games like that.
Yeah.
But then when they're on primetime, I'm like, are they normally, how are they beating people if they're this bad at fucking blocking? And then I noticed that Jimmy G doesn't get sacked that much.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm completely confused because Jimmy G is not some fucking stellar athlete that's out here fucking sprinting past defenders. I don't understand how they're not blocking, but he's not getting sacked.
I think you just watched Chandler Jones play against that O-line. Chandler Jones is basically unblockable. He's one of the best defensive ends in the game. He's just not going to get any credit for it because he's not on the Patriots anymore.
Okay.
And their team, I mean, this is the best season they've had, the Cardinals. This is the best season they've had in a couple years now.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just like, yeah, you're not going to really hear much about Chandler Jones, but Chandler Jones is elite. Chandler Jones has 9-10 sacks already.
Yeah.
So as far as trying to block that guy, that is going to happen.
Now, I don't think anybody. I mean, but their interior linemen looked like they were getting back there too.
Yeah,
and I was just like, what the hell is going? But then Breda was able to run, so I'm confused at what's going on with the offensive line. So maybe that's
some inconsistencies.
Yeah, there's some inconsistencies there, and I feel like maybe that mixed with Jimmy G's play, which while it was good on Thursday, that's the only day it's actually been good. I feel like those are their weak points right now.
Yeah, I've always looked at Jimmy G as a liability. This game, he showed he wasn't. However, we've seen every team come out and light up the Cardinals passing. It don't matter who you are. You're going to go out and put up a great stat line on the Cardinals.
Yeah.
So you can only take that with a grain of salt.
They're calling Jimmy G elite now. Like,
who?
I've been seeing on Twitter, Jimmy G is elite. And not just random fucking Joe Schmoes saying this shit. This is like big TV saying Jimmy G, elite quarterback. He's 16-2 or whatever the hell he is right now.
You got to hear with that win-loss shit because this team is definitely built around a run.
Yes,
and if it's built around a run, it's the same thing with Dak Prescott and with the Cowboys.
Yeah,
if the team is built around a run and you run very well, all of a sudden you're throwing off of play action, doing your little bootleg stuff, making easy throws. You look really good as a quarterback.
Yeah,
but then the second it comes down to it, and you're down by 14, and you got to pass to win the game. That's when you start seeing what a quarterback really is.
I was thinking this earlier, and I feel like Jimmy G is Trent Dilfer. He's obviously He's obviously not as poor of a quarterback as Trent Dilfer, but Jimmy G is a slightly more talented Trent Dilfer. As in, his situation is the exact same.
Yeah,
he doesn't have to be talented to win football games.
Yeah,
he just has to not fuck up.
Don't fuck up. Let the defense go out there and lock shit down.
We got a great rushing attack.
Yep.
Got a great defense. Hey, you just go out there, don't fuck this up, and we're going to win some football games.
I mean, they're definitely trying to turn him to that. Like, I know when he went there, when he first went to the 49ers, and the 49ers were bad at the time, and he was running around throwing the ball.
Yeah.
And he looked a lot like Tony Romo.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, man, he's not fast, but he's really good at rolling out, beating the defensive end to the edge, getting the ball out before you hit him. He was really good at that. The thing he was bad at was staying healthy. Yeah. Other thing is that he's down to throw an interception. He don't really give a fuck.
He don't give a fuck about none of that.
So they've been protecting him this year, and it hasn't had to come down to that. But I'd imagine that once the pressure's on, we're going to see that Jimmy G again, and we're going to just see, hey, is it going to be a stretch where he throws 8 touchdowns, no interceptions, or going to be a stretch where he throws 4 touchdowns and 4 interceptions?
Yep.
And I think that what we're going to see when the shit hits the fan is Jimmy G's going to get back to throwing picks. So,
oh yeah.
Even though I have them ranked as my number 1 team last week,
they are for now.
Exactly. I don't expect them to stay there. I expect that team to get better in some ways.
Yeah.
But I don't expect them to stay there once the crunch time's over.
I agree. I'm with that.
Yeah. So we got Emmanuel Sanders. Oh, man, that was another thing. Emmanuel Sanders versus Patrick Peterson was something that I really want to talk about.
I didn't think – I mean, he's been gone.
Who, Pat?
Yeah. He just got back. So I didn't expect him to be like complete lockdown – Peterson Island type of fucking corner play.
Peterson Island.
But I just felt like he got roasted a little bit. He got roasted out there a little bit.
I mean, I guess it's a good wake-up call for him. But, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Speaking of trash quarterbacks. Let's talk about the absolute trash quarterback. Like the worst quarterback in the league. Like, who's the worst quarterback in the league right now?
The worst quarterback in the league.
I'm not even trying to bait you. Like, who do you think is the worst quarterback in the league right now? I'm trying to think.
Who's the worst quarterback in the league right now?
Like, what quarterback I just would not trust to throw a football?
To throw a football.
Throw a football without it. We're throwing an interception. I don't want him throwing a football in a tight spot. I like
Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston's probably, he may be the worst. After that, is it Baker?
It could be Baker.
I'm trying to think if there's, because with Mariota on the bench,
Tannehill's playing better.
Yeah, so Mariota's on the bench. Tannehill's playing better than Mariota, so you can't include Mariota. Winston's the only person still fucking up every week. Darnold's pretty okay. So we got Baker, Darnold, and Winston right now.
Yeah, those are the 3 worst quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
Yeah,
that's sad.
But the thing is that one of those guys was the champion.
Yeah,
the champion of the offseason.
Yeah,
one of those guys has 2 of those guys have elite weapons.
Yeah,
and that's Winston and Baker.
Yeah.
What's going on in New York right now with their roster, their offense?
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Yeah, they need some more time to build. It may take more than even a year. So right now you got these 2 quarterbacks, Winston and Baker, elite talent on both sides. They have not 1 but 2 receivers that are elite. Me personally, I would take Mike Evans over Odell.
Oh yeah,
but I know with the stardom, people would probably take Odell over Mike Evans.
Yeah,
but either way it goes, you have 2 of the best young receivers, and then Godwin versus Landry. Probably take Godwin on that one.
Yeah.
By landslide.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you still have elite receivers and supposedly supposed to be the best quarterback in the league this year. Supposed to be the new
I don't know what he was supposed
Brett
to be.
Favre is what he's supposed to be. Yeah, he's supposed to be Brett Favre. How do you feel about Baker's decline, man? This dude is
he is we're watching him implode. Like how everybody was big on this Antonio Brown thing. He's a clown. He's fucking going through some shit. He's not. Something's wrong. This motherfucker's acting crazy. Baker Mayfield, something may be going the fuck on. I don't know.
Oh, I think it is. I think the losing's definitely getting to him.
I think
he's
definitely not used to it.
Yeah, he's melting down the
interviews.
interviews.
This is new to him. He's used to being the guy, but the guy when you're winning is a whole lot different than being the guy when you're losing.
Yeah, he want to talk that shit, but he can't talk that shit right now.
He want to be like, hey, we out here, we doing it. Keep that energy because we winning games. They were riding high after they beat the Ravens. We told y'all, just watch.
Yeah,
and they're like, oh, we still suck. and then the reporters are like, hey, bro, why y'all still suck? And he's like, leave me alone, and he walks out.
I'm going home.
Yeah, you can't take your ball and go home when you're supposed to be the franchise quarterback. You gotta say answer them questions.
Yeah, and every quarterback has to go through it. Every quarterback goes through these tough losses and have to sit there on the stand. And I've only seen a handful, and right now the only ones I'm thinking about is Baker Mayfield and Cam Newton.
Yeah,
I've only seen a handful of quarterbacks handle those situations bad.
Yeah, and I mean you got to deal with it.
You got to you're going to lose. You're going to lose tough games.
Other quarterbacks get it way worse. Other quarterbacks, the reporters are like, "Why do you keep throwing interceptions?
Yeah.
What do you think that's about?" And they're just like, "I don't know. I just got to do better." Yeah, they're like, Baker, why didn't you speed up out of the huddle? Why would you guys? It seemed like you guys were taking your time. That's a stupid fucking question. All right, I'm out.
Yeah, man, Jameis Winston, man. Why'd you throw 4 interceptions and why'd you steal those crab legs back in the day? It's always something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and I feel like people just handle it better.
You should just be able to deal with it at this point. You've been in the limelight now. I mean, you were in the limelight at Oklahoma, but you're in the limelight now for a year and a half.
Yeah,
this shit should be second nature.
Should be.
Which crazy to me. I always go back to Lamar Jackson, but I watch a lot of his shit because I'm a Ravens guy.
Yeah.
But he never has any of these issues.
Right.
Ever.
I like the way he does his interviews. He always has something funny.
Yeah. He always handles the interviews well. And I feel like he was one that maybe people were worried about.
Worried? People were saying outright, this is not going to... Me too.
Yeah.
When I watched him play last year, I was like, that shit looks good right now. That's just not sustainable. And you watch this team rally around him.
He seems like a great leader
around him. Yeah,
he seems like a great leader. He's here to play his business.
Yeah,
I'm about winning games. And Baker's like, "How about you check out this Hulu subscription?" And
shit to sell.
And we're not really gonna play good football. And I just found out that I guess Odell is trying to be his mentor, which is that really the mentor you want?
Sure. Oh wait, talk about Odell's trying to be whose mentor?
Whose mentor?
You talking about be Baker's mentor?
Yes, he's gonna try to take him under his wing.
Oh shit!
Now maybe OBJ changed. Now he's not fighting kicking nets, but he's still not the guy that I would choose to be my franchise quarterback's mentor. Yeah, no, that's not a thing.
That's like if you have that guy being your mentor. That's like hey, I have a rookie quarterback and I have Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah,
that's your receiver giving your rookie some mentoring.
This is like Antonio Brown getting to the league, being crazy as Antonio